This is CNN Breaking News.
Breaking news into CNN reports right now out of London that a vehicle has collided with pedestrians and there are several casualties. The Metropolitan Police tweeting just moments ago, "We are dealing with an incident in Seven Sisters Road. Further details to follow." Again, we are told there are a number of casualties that could mean injuries or deaths. We don't know for sure. We know at least one person has been arrested, according to police. Police and ambulances are on the scene right now. Now, here's the sense of where this is happening. Seven Sisters Road is near Finsbury Park. This is north of central London, and officers say they were called to the scene there shortly after midnight local time. It is now just after 1 a.m. there. I want to bring in Juliet Kayem, who is joining us now on the phone. And actually, you know, I'm just being told we need to go to Phil Black in London. Juliet, stand by with us. Phil, what can you tell us? What are you learning?
What we know so far is really very limited. It comes from a statement that we've received from the police where they talk about dealing with an incident. They say it's a vehicle that's been involved with colliding with pedestrians, and they are dealing with casualties at the scene. A person has been arrested, and at the moment their investigations continue. It's as limited as that. That's all the police have made public at this stage. But of course, any sort of incident involving that involves that sort of description is, of course, of great concern in this city, given recent events here.
Phil, do you know what this area would be like on a typical Sunday night? Can you describe this zone?
Well, Seven Sisters Road is it's a significant road in London. It depends upon where this incident has taken place on the road itself. But this is not central London, as I believe you've pointed out. This is north of the centre of the city itself. It's possible that there could be people on the streets, but and as I say, it depends upon where along this road this incident has actually taken place. But it's not the sort of place that would necessarily be particularly populated at that time on a Sunday night.
But obviously, right now, tensions are really high in London. We don't know what this incident is exactly just yet. Police only confirming that there are multiple casualties, that a vehicle hit pedestrians. But certainly people are on edge, right?
Yeah, indeed. I mean, this is a city that is certainly very much on edge. It's already experienced two significant terror incidents this year, one of them quite recently in central London. On top of that, this is a city dealing with the grief and the shock of the Tower fire that took place here last week, and the dozens of fatalities that were caused in that incident. Of course, not a terror incident, but it is something that has certainly added to, no doubt, the sense of shock and the emotional strain, I think it's fair to say, that people in this city have been experiencing. Now, this particular incident, we simply don't know at this stage how serious it is, where it falls into the spectrum of concern, if you like, of the sort of events that people in this city have been so worried about recently. But it's something that the police have notified the public about. They say they are dealing with it, and as I say, it's just simply the nature of that description, vehicle into pedestrian. That's what was experienced at London Bridge in central London so recently. It's what was experienced on Westminster Bridge near the Houses of Parliament back in March. Both of those incidents involved and caused the deaths of a number of people. So there is perhaps concern of a pattern developing here. Vehicle into pedestrian attacks is something that has been encouraged by terror groups abroad. These attacks have taken place in other European countries and cities, and because we've seen a number of them here so recently, of course, obviously concerned. But we have to stress at this stage, police have not said that that's what this is. They've simply described it as an incident. They have said that there are casualties. They have said that there is someone in custody, and they're still working to get to the bottom of precisely what happened here.
And we are going to continue to monitor their Twitter feed. They do tweet quite a bit when we have seen these incidents unfold, sadly, as you mentioned, multiple times now in the past few months. I want to bring in Juliet Kayem, who's joining us via